felt empty. I felt depressed. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shola Atoyebi. I am a civil engineer. I am a single mom. And yeah, that's basically who I am. Thank you for tuning in once again on my video, and thank you for the love so far on my other videos. I do really appreciate. God bless you. Yeah, so it was the 12th day and I started feeling feverish. I went to my mother-in-law to ask her when I will be allowed to go out. She asked me why. I said I'm feeling feverish, that I think I need to see a doctor. Then she told me I won't be allowed to go out except I call my mom to come and take me to the hospital. So I tried my mom's line. My mom's line didn't go through, so I called my uncle. On calling my uncle said my mother-in-law had already called to explain things to him, that he was already on his way to my mother-in-law's house. Good. So in no time my uncle arrived, and the discussion they had was, okay, if my mother-in-law insists that my mom should take me to the hospital, then it will be good for any of our daughters to take me to my mother-in-law's, to my mom's house. My people, that was how I landed in my mommy's house. Yes, that was how I landed in my mommy's house. So with my son, thankfully I was able to take my son along. You know, on getting to my mom's place, my dad had recently passed. My dad passed 2017. We buried him 2018. We did my mom outing service in 2019. That was February 3rd, 2019. Then my husband died 2019, March 7. So while we were on our way to my mom's house, I started thinking that how is it going to be? How are we going to live? What, you know, that thought alone, I felt empty. I felt like, how are we going to, you know, a lot of things started running through my mind. You know, so when we got to my mom's house, my mom saw me and she started crying. We were crying, but when she asked what happened, I couldn't talk. She quickly went out to get a nurse. The nurse came around, talked to me, and asked me to sleep and I'll be fine. You know, she was kind enough to talk to me and to advise me to relax. So day after day, there were days that my mom would have cooked for me to eat. By the time I would say, oh, let me eat, call my comment for me that you know, they're about to sell the car, they're about to sell the land, you know, the information keep coming in like that, and I couldn't process anything. I felt empty. Each time people call me to greet me, I don't really know what response to give. At a point, I considered committing suicide, and whenever that thought of committing suicide comes to my mind, it comes like, so now that he is no more, what else? What do you want to be doing? Will it not be better to just drink poison and die? But thank God for the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit that keeps nudging me, that keeps telling me, daughter, there's a reason for this. So I turned all those thoughts, suicidal thoughts, I turned it into prayer. At that point, I knew at that point that God was saying something. I knew at that point that this had happened for a reason. So I turned it into prayer, saying, God, I know you are talking to me at this time. God, I know you are showing me something. What are you saying? You know, those were my prayer points. Each time the thought of committing suicide comes to my mind, the next thing I do is I pray. At times, if I can't pray, I start singing praises. This prayer I'm praying is not like I close my eyes to scabash. Like, I didn't have strength to scabash. I didn't have strength at all. But while seated in my mind there, I will sit down and start talk. I talk to God. It's not like I will close my eyes and be praying. No, that was not how it was. I was, each time the thought comes to my mind, I just take it off immediately. Like, Satan, get behind me. God, what are you saying? It is what you are saying I am listening to. I am not listening to any contrary opinion. At times it is depression. I just think that there was a time my son was strong and I didn't know what to do. All I did was I just carried him on my back and I left the house. I didn't know, with no destination in mind. I just left the house. My mom asked me, where are you going to? I told her I'm coming. I didn't know. I didn't have destination of where I was going to. I was just there. I now went, I strolled out. I left the house around 4 o'clock. I came until my body calmed down. Like, I got to a place and I was like, where are you now going? Where are you now? I just thank God for God helping me, because it wasn't a smooth journey and I also felt lonely. People who I feel were with me, they all left me. After the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, a lot of people stopped calling. I felt very, very lonely. I didn't have someone to talk to. But guess what? I kept on talking to God the little way I could, and it didn't disappoint me. It was during our discussion, because I asked God a lot of questions, that God, what are you saying? I know this would not have happened to me if you don't have anything in mind. So I believe that it is because God had something in mind concerning me. That was why he allowed it. I felt so bad, but then I knew God was saying something. I felt empty. I felt depressed. I considered suicide. I was lonely and I was depressed. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate. Please do comment, like, share and subscribe. Then turn on your notification bell to get notified anytime I post video. Thank you once again for tuning in. I really appreciate. Bye bye.